welcome to Stampin' Smiles by Jackie. The question has arisen how to use the embossing paste with colors, and this is the new Stampin' Up! Embossing paste, and here you can see it's open and ready to go. I just realized I don't have my palette knife handy, so I'm just going to run and grab a palette knife. My other one was better, but when you're desperate, anything will do. So what you do basically to mix colors, I'm going to do like this wall design, and the first thing I did was I taped my two corners with temporary tape. Now if you can't buy temporary tape, you might want to try the painter's tape. It's pretty dangerous. It does tend to rip paper, and I have had problems with washi tape ripping paper too. But I do know that temporary tape can be hard to get a hold of, so if you can, try and get a hold of it. Now you can see I got a little bit of contaminant in there, so I'm going to use that first because I'm going to start off with two of my darker colors. Because what I'm going to do is try to achieve the effect of basically a graffitied brick wall. Since we're going to go into colors, I might as well make it graffiti. So, what you do is you get a little dime-sized piece of the embossing paste, and you put a little well in the middle of it. And you take your ink refill, and you just basically put a single, and make sure it's only a single drop in the middle. And then you're gonna get your other inks out of the way. Let's put them at the back. And then what you do is this is my silicone mat, by the way, that I'm mixing it on top of, and then you just kind of mix it and try to keep it in one area because you've got 4 colors to mix. And you can see red, this is cherry cobbler, so yeah, the red kind of mixes rather dark. And you want to keep gathering it together and mixing it until it's all even and smooth and all one color. You can see I've got a lot wasted on my palette knife, and I don't mind getting my fingers dirty because I have a cloth handy, which I'm using to just wipe my fingers as I go, and later on I will be wiping my palette knife with it. So now I've got a bit of color mixed up, and I don't want all this on the back, so I'm just going to take it off with my fingers. Do that, and I'm just wiping my finger on the cloth again. And so now it's gathered on the thing. There's not much on the back. And what you do is you take it, and you basically kind of glop it on at first. And I'm just going to do like a graffiti pattern. Let's just make just a picture with this. And I've already decided my wall is going to be kind of a partial wall going up this way. So I'm just kind of working it up this way. And give it some randomness because this is some strange graffiti. And this is our first color, so we can just kind of goop around with it. And just, I'm not even sure how this is going to turn out. This is crazy. I'm just going ahead, and I can see this one has a serrated bottom, which is a little bit of a disadvantage. And just keep applying it until I feel I got enough red on. That looks like enough red to me. That looks like a mass of blood, actually. And then you just wipe your palette knife with the cloth. Basically, just give it a wipe. And you can see now the palette knife is clean. Then you go on to the next dime-sized glob of paste. And you do exactly the same thing. You make a little well in it. My next color I'm going to use is blue. So, I don't have many ink refill colors. So, now I've got the embossing paste, I'm feeling like I gotta buy all the ink colors now. I gotta have the whole rainbow. This is not right. How can I not have the colors I want when I need them? I'd rather have turquoise right now. Like, tempting turquoise would have been, like, way better than blue. But just for argument's sake, let's do it blue. And then you just sort of fill in some of the spaces. And remember to leave the texture on it. That's the whole idea of this paste. It's not about flattening it out and smoothing it out. You want lumps, because that's basically how you get your effect with the embossing paste. And I'm just going to do a little bit of a diddle pattern with it, and that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go on to my orange after I once again wipe my palette knife. And you might have noticed I got a little bit of red on my palette knife when I was putting the blue on, and that's no big deal because it all kind of blends together, and it's a good idea to use colors that blend together well. In this case I didn't, so we might get some browns. Just saying. This might be interesting. I might be out of view now. I'm just about to do the same thing with orange. And if I'm out of view, I'm sorry, but I only can fit so much under my camera. Maybe I should spin the silicone mat around, but I'm afraid I'm kind of smear it all over my card. I'm just kind of smearing paint at this point. And then just fill in spaces with the orange, and don't really worry about where it goes, because you know what? In the end, if it's got gaps, it's okay. I mean, the whole idea is graffiti is actually quite sparse. And it's usually colors that when I do graffiti in a painting, it's usually just odd colors all over the place. Because, to me, it's sort of out of focus graffiti. And let's put a little bit of green now. This is our last color, green. Same colors as my last card that I did, that actually nobody else on this place has seen it yet because I haven't posted it. Oh well, I'm going to be posting another card using these colors, but right now I'm actually just making a wall with graffiti. And green, maybe we'll do green sort of different. Maybe we'll just sort of cover the bottom of the wall with green. I don't know. Do whatever you want, really. You can mix it up as another color of the graffiti, or you can just put like patches of where there's moss growing on the graffiti. See, green doesn't mix well with these colors, so it's not really a great color to use for this. But anyway, you can see green kind of mixed in some brown. And, yeah, that looks pretty well like a graffitied wall. Now, this is what happens at the end. We first of all wipe off our palette knife so we can actually put it down somewhere without getting it in the way. And you just remove your removable tape without moving the, try not to move the stencil at this point. And then you just kind of lift it up, just straight up, and remove your card. And there you see your brick wall. I'll move it more to the center. There's your brick wall, and it's graffitied. And you gotta wash that in the sink. And that's basically all there is to it. Anyway, have a great day, and thank you for joining Stampin' Smiles by Jackie. Have a good day. Bye-bye.